center of gravity is easily displaced, I would say that, it's probably good for you if people can hear you coming, right? So that, you're less likely to get into an accident because people just didn't see you there, or they didn't, you know what I mean? So for safety and safety alone, some level of sound, but definitely not the level of sound that we're talking about with the Harleys. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the car and bike episode.
Oh God. Yeah. The car and bike episode by two people who basically don't really like them.
Who don't really like them. This is the reverse. This is the reverse Top Gear.
This is the reverse Top Gear. No, but you are right. Teslas and electric stuff are just so silent that I have almost walked in front of them. Because they're so quiet.
So safety, yeah, exactly. For safety, I mean, there is some argument to be made, but definitely nothing to the level that we see with these obnoxious vehicles. But guys,
I love how have you seen how people have started modding the horns on their Teslas so it has like Ludacris's "Get Out the Way"?
Oh, I think I heard something about that.
Yeah,
I think I heard something about that or saw something about that on YouTube the other day. But
someone once hit me with their horn, which they had modded so that it had the I think it was the sound of an ice cream truck. And I was like, wait, what? There's an ice cream truck and there's a dude just smiling at me from inside their Tesla. I was like, bravo.
Because, when I heard this thing, about this thing, and this should absolutely be the last thing we talk about because we are burning daylight here, my friend. But when I heard about the mods on the Teslas on the horns, I was like, because my name is Bibi, so, and I know that in Arabic there's a term of endearment, Habibi, right?
Habibi.
So I was like, for all of 30 seconds, I was like, if I were to mod my Tesla horn, it would say something like, "Get out the way, Habibi."
Habibi.
So it would just sound something like that.
Right? Habibi.
Oh Lord. I'm going to put some really nice echo on that in the edit.
Oh, great.
This is the only thing people are going to remember. Yeah,
okay.
It's going to be wild.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. It's
going to be great.
Fantastic.
Listen, listeners, I am so sorry that we've gone on a tangent. Actually, you know what? I'm not sorry because I love to banter with you, Sibel.
Likewise.
This is, these are the streams of consciousness that our minds go down, right? But look, we're here to talk about Adam Neumann today. We have burned so much daylight. It is time for an ad break already. And we haven't even.
Oh no. Are we going to have to edit this entire part out?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'll see how I feel about it. But oh boy. Essentially, we're just doing whatever the heck we want at this point. Yeah.
How to present this. That's where we got started. That's where this all started.
Guys, we were talking about R. Kelly for about 5 minutes before we hit record. So that's the remnants that you're hearing from Sibel there. But look, I'm so glad we took the time to get the energy back. And this is why I say this, because I was in a not in a great space before we hit record because of all the frustrations from the technical issues. This has totally turned that around. It's done a complete 180. So we are now in the right state of mind to present to you today's perpetrator. I don't know if I can call him that legally, so I'll just say today's subject, right?
Topic.
Adam Neumann. Right, Neumann, yeah. Right. Today's topic, Adam Neumann, who is an Israeli businessman with arguably
Israeli-American.
Some of the most harebrained schemes. Israeli-American, who has arguably some of the most harebrained schemes of the 21st century. So sit back, relax. We will be back after paying these bills. Don't go nowhere. And we are back. Welcome back to Harebrained Schemes.
Hello.
Sibel, did we take a second there to just reset and get ready to give these people what they came here for?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, we did. I'm all centered.
Yes.
I'm all centered.
You're all centered. All right. All right.
My chakras are aligned.
Your chakras are aligned. Your chakras. Everybody say hum. All right. So Adam Neumann, let's go to the Wikipedia, which as always is a good place to start. And it says Adam Neumann is an Israeli businessman, but as Sibel has just pointed out before we went on the break, he is of dual citizenship. So
yeah, and his entire
him.
And his entire business is based, and everything has been in the States. So,
exactly. Yeah. Exactly. In 2010, he co-founded WeWork with Miguel McKelvey. All right, so let's look at the early life and education. The Neumann family from Israel is of Ashkenazi Jewish descent. Neumann's parents, both physicians, Avivit and Doron Neumann, divorced when he was 7 years old. He and his younger sister, Israeli model Adi Neumann, moved to the United States with their mother for her medical residency. Yeah. Due to his dyslexia, Neumann could not read or write until 3rd grade. In 1990, after 4 years in the US, they returned to Israel and settled in Kibbutz Niram. He graduated from the Israeli Naval Academy and served as an officer in the Israeli Navy for 5 years and was discharged with the rank of captain. Dude, is it just me or do we keep drawing people who drawing subjects who have served in the military and are captains or colonels or generals and stuff like that? Is it just me or we're definitely not doing this on purpose?
No, we just seem to keep doing that. I think we need to make a concerted effort to go the
other way.
To go the other way, man. I think we need to go
next
into
episode,
the east, and it needs to stop. Like avoid Europeans, avoid Americans for a little while.
Listen, there's a reason why we've only had to talk about Europeans and Americans, and it's simply because Asians like yourself and Africans like myself have never, ever done a hairbrain scheme. I will tell you now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because Phoebe, I can just see Phoebe, Nigerian prince on your lips. I can see Nigerian prince.
Maybe there's a Nigerian prince who's been emailing me. But there's 2 of them, so I think one of them is lying.
Mr. Sibel Mufti. Dear Mr. Sibel Mufti.
Africans have never
interest. Do you have interest in this one-time offer to be part of my legacy as I assume the throne of my late father, King Abdul Jamanzi? Right? God. Anyway, listen, Nigerian princes aside, and look, Nigerian princes are just, they're just guys.
They're just dudes.
They're just dudes doing a thing that's not strictly legal.
What's that favorite line of yours that you say all the time? I forget. What was it? I am the captain now.
Oh, is it? Look at me. Look at me.
You do that all the time. Remind me. Where is that character from? Please.
Listen, the Somalis have been through a lot, is all I'm going to say. The Somalis have been through a lot. So if they're going to occasionally, take over some boat in some pond somewhere, it's I'm not endorsing it. Don't get me wrong, but, things happen, right? Right. To be fair.
Fun fact.
Absolutely fair.
Fun fact, the first computer virus in history was created by 2 Pakistani students in Lahore.
What a legacy.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a fact? Wow. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. I did not know that. I thought the first computer virus was a DDoS attack that was saved on some floppy disks and delivered somewhere. And I thought that it was some dude, some American dude, but I might have all those facts wrong.
That might have been the first one that was an actual attack. There's a difference between an attack and a virus.
Right. So they just created the monster to play with it. I see.
Maybe.
Okay. I see.
I don't know. I just remember
they had
reading that.
Absolutely altruistic intentions when they created this dangerous thing.
Oh my God. I don't know. Right. I just remember reading that and being like, yeah, that tracks.
Listen. It's just, it is what it is. But yep, getting back to Adam. So look, we have a guy here who has 2 physician parents, right? He's dyslexic. So, Sibel, do you think maybe that, sort of put some pressure on him from an early age?
I mean, if we're
he was, because
if we're going to psychoanalyze,
right. Based on conjecture, right?
Yeah, because, based on conjecture.
Again, I mean, you and I were talking yesterday, right?
About how like immigrant parents,
African parents, and Asian parents, and
Israeli parents are very tough on their kids, and
on their kids to succeed. Exactly.
I find it interesting.
Is earned. Everything is, There's no privilege. There's no backup of white privilege. It's like everything is earned. You have to claw your way up. You have to, so it can get very tough. And if you have dyslexia now, maybe because they were both physicians, maybe he was luckier than most. Maybe they were able to diagnose, because that a ton of people have dyslexia and never get diagnosed until it's too late. You know what I mean? So, not too late, but way further down. But in the meantime, they just get labeled as, dummies, or they're not trying hard enough, or whatever it is. So hopefully, in his case, because
talking about my life story, all right. Getting right into it.
Did that happen to you?
Yeah. I definitely had I was a pretty decent student, and I was pretty committed to my studies, and I was just started having a lot of trouble where I was like really struggling to focus, and it wasn't until till senior year of high school where a doctor was like, "Oh yeah, you totally have ADHD, bro," and I was like, "Oh man."
Oh man. Yeah. No. It's really something, because if you don't know, if you can't put your finger on it, right? It's something that people with ADHD are prone to depression, because it's like, look, I'm trying so hard, and everyone keeps telling me I'm not trying hard enough. That
was exactly it. Yeah. And I was I was a very studious child, child. So it was. But yeah, I mean, I think it's very interesting also to talk about Adam, that, neither him nor his sister went into the STEM fields, right? So neither of them,
their parents,
like their parents, neither became a doctor,
which is lawyer, which is commendable,
which is fine. And he seems to have stuck around for longer than the mandatory service in the Israeli military. Right.
Do you know what the mandatory is? Because he did 5 years.
I'm not sure, but I don't think it's 5. I think it's 2.
You don't think it's as long as 5 years?
I don't.
Dude, what you're saying is it taps right into how I feel about this guy, which is, it is so confusing and difficult to reconcile the guy who served in the military and all the discipline and training that comes with that, right? Successfully, to the point where he rose to the rank of captain.
Yeah, right? And I mean, the Israeli military is nothing to
is no joke.
Is no joke. Yeah. I mean, it's probably one of the most sophisticated and successful militaries in human history.
Exactly. Those guys are surrounded by perceived enemies on pretty much all borders. So their military apparatus it's a precision weapon. You know what I mean? So the discipline required to do this thing, right? Mm-hmm. And so reconcile that with the guy that we're about to talk about, who is doing drunken and hedonistic parties, who is walking about New York barefoot, who is just hemorrhaging money left and right, who has no discipline, no professionalism, no sense of corporate culture. Mm-hmm. It's mind blowing. It's really, really, really difficult for me to merge the two as the same person in my mind. But let's get to it. So, I'm reading here from a source, thejacobinmag.com. I will put that in the episode footnotes.
One of the things I thought, which was really interesting that you said right off the bat, which was that, his parents and the idea of that, everything is earned. One of the articles that we read, and I thought it was really funny, is it said that it is frowned upon in the surfing community for someone to use a jet ski